Hi dear study buddy, let's start Chapter 1 of Geography, the Earth in the Solar System. If you enjoy learning, please like, share, and subscribe. Imagine watching the sky after the sun goes down. At first, you see just a couple of bright spots, but soon, there are so many tiny shining objects you can't even count them. They look like diamonds sprinkled across the sky, and they seem to twinkle. But if you look super close, you'll notice some just glow steadily, like the moon. You'll also often see the moon in the sky. It looks different at different times and positions. You can see the moon completely full, like a big round ball, only about once a month. That's called full moon night or Purnima. About 2 weeks later, you can't see it at all. That's a new moon night or Amavasya. New moon nights are the best time to see the night sky if it's clear. Ever wonder why you can't see all those bright things during the day? It's because the sun's super bright light hides them from our view. The sun, the moon, and all those sparkly things in the night sky are called celestial bodies. Some of these celestial bodies are massive and burning hot, made of gases. They produce their very own heat and light. These are called stars. Guess what? The sun is actually a star. The twinkling stars you see at night are like our sun, but they look tiny because they are incredibly far away, so we don't feel their heat or light. Things look smaller when they are far away, like how tiny an airplane looks when it's flying high up. As you look at the night sky, you might spot groups of stars forming cool shapes. These are called constellations. Ursa Major or Big Bear is one famous constellation. A super easy one to find is Saptarishi, which means 7 sages. It's a group of 7 stars that's part of the Ursa Major constellation. Long ago, people used stars to figure out which direction they were going at night. The North Star, also called the Pole Star, always shows the north direction and stays in the same spot in the sky. You can find the Pole Star by using the Saptarishi. If you draw an imaginary line through the 2 pointer stars in Saptarishi and extend it, it points right to the Pole Star. Some celestial bodies don't have their own heat and light. They just shine because they reflect the light from stars. These are called planets. The word planet comes from a Greek word meaning wanderers. Earth, the place we live, is a planet. Earth gets all its heat and light from the sun, which, remember, is our closest star. If you could see Earth from far away, like from the moon, it would sparkle just like the moon does to us. The moon we see is actually a satellite of Earth. It's Earth's buddy and goes around it. Besides Earth, there are 7 other planets that get their heat and light from the sun. Some of these other planets even have their own moons. The solar system is like a big family. It includes the sun, 8 planets, their satellites, like our moon, and some other smaller things called asteroids and meteoroids. The sun is the head of this family. Fun fact, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus have rings made of small pieces of rock and ice, which you can sometimes see with a powerful telescope. The sun is right at the center of the solar system. It's huge and made of super hot gases. The sun has a strong pull that keeps the whole solar system together. It's the main source of heat and light for everyone in the family. Even though it's our nearest star, the sun is about 150 million kilometers away, which is why its tremendous heat doesn't feel overwhelming here. There are 8 planets orbiting the sun. If you start from the one closest to the sun and move outwards, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. A fun way to remember this order is using a sentence. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. My equals Mercury, very equal sign Venus, efficient equal sign Earth, mother equal sign Mars, just equal sign Jupiter, served equal sign Saturn, us equal sign Uranus, nuts equal sign Neptune. All the 8 planets travel around the sun on set paths. These paths are not perfect circles, but are stretched out, kind of like ovals, and are called orbits. Mercury is the speedy little planet nearest to the sun, taking only about 88 Earth days to zoom around it once. Venus is often called Earth's twin because it's very similar in size and shape to our planet. Did you know that until just recently, in 2006, Pluto was also called a planet? But now, astronomers decided that Pluto, along with some other similar objects, should be called dwarf planets instead. Our Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. It's the 5th biggest planet in the solar system. Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's a little squashed at the top and bottom. The poles. This special shape is called a geoid, which means Earth-like shape. Many words we use come from other languages. For example, the word geography is English, but it comes from Greek words, ge, meaning earth, and graphia, meaning writing. So geography is basically writing about the earth. The word solar comes from the Roman name for the sun god, Sol. So, the solar system is literally the family of the sun. People have always loved looking up at the night sky. The scientists who study all these celestial bodies and how they move are called astronomers. A famous ancient Indian astronomer named Aryabhata figured out that the moon and planets shine because they are reflecting the sun's light. Today, astronomers all over the world are still busy learning more and more about the huge universe. The conditions needed for life to exist are probably found only on Earth, making it a truly unique planet. Earth is just right, not too hot, not too cold. It also has water and air with important gases like oxygen, which are essential for us to survive. When you see Earth from space, it looks blue. That's because about 2/3 of its surface is covered by water. Because of all that water, Earth is also called the blue planet. Earth has just one satellite, the Moon. The Moon's diameter is about 1/4 of Earth's. It seems so big to us because it's much closer than other celestial bodies. It's about 384,400 kilometers away. Compare that to the Sun, which is 150 million kilometers away. The Moon takes about 27 days to go around the Earth. Funnily, it also takes exactly the same amount of time to spin around itself. Because of this perfect timing, we always see the same side of the Moon from Earth. The Moon isn't a great place for life. Its surface has mountains, flat areas, plains, and dips, depressions. Light is super fast. It travels at about 300,000 kilometers every second. But even at that incredible speed, light from the sun still takes about 8 minutes to reach our Earth. Here's a cool fact. Neil Armstrong was the very first person to walk on the Moon on July 21st, 1969. A satellite is a celestial body that orbits a planet, just like planets orbit the sun. Sometimes scientists build special artificial bodies called human-made satellites. These are designed to gather information about space or help with communication. They are sent into orbit around Earth using rockets. India has sent several of these, like INSAT, IRS, and EduSat. Besides planets, stars, and satellites, there are tons of little rocky bodies zipping around the sun. These are called asteroids. You can mostly find them in a belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Scientists think asteroids might be pieces of a planet that broke apart long ago. There are also even smaller pieces of rock orbiting the sun called meteoroids. Sometimes these meteoroids get close to Earth and might fall towards it. As they zip through our air, friction makes them heat up and burn, creating a bright flash of light. That's a shooting star. Occasionally, one might not burn up completely and can land on Earth, making a hollow or crater. On a clear, starry night, you might see a wide, whitish band stretching across the sky, looking like a glowing path. This is actually a huge group of millions of stars called the Milky Way galaxy. Our entire solar system is just a tiny part of this vast galaxy. In ancient India, people thought it looked like a river of light in the sky and called it Akashganga. A galaxy is an enormous collection of billions of stars, along with clouds of dust and gases. And guess what? There are millions of these galaxies out there that make up the entire universe. It's hard to even imagine how big the universe is, and scientists are still learning more about it all the time. Even though we don't know its exact size, we know that all of us, you, me, Earth, everything, are part of this incredible universe. Hey, let's do a quick recap. Comment below how you like StudyBuddy, and from which location of India are you from? Chapter Overview. The Earth in the Solar System. 1. Celestial Bodies. Celestial bodies are natural objects visible in the sky, such as the sun, moon, stars, and planets. Some celestial bodies, like stars, emit their own light and heat. Others, like planets and moons, do not have their own light and are visible due to the reflection of sunlight. 2. Stars. Stars are massive luminous spheres of gases that emit their own light and heat. The sun is the closest star to Earth and is the primary source of energy for our planet. Constellations are recognizable patterns formed by groups of stars in the night sky. These patterns have been identified and named by various cultures. An example is the Ursa Major constellation, also known as the Great Bear. The pole star, also known as Polaris, is a prominent star that appears nearly stationary in the sky and is located almost directly above the Earth's north pole. It has been used for navigation as it indicates the north direction. Planets are celestial bodies that orbit a star, do not emit their own light, and have cleared their orbital paths of other debris. The term planet comes from the Greek word planetai, meaning wanderers. Our solar system has 8 recognized planets. The solar system comprises the sun and all celestial bodies bound by its gravity, including 8 planets, their moons, dwarf planets, asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. The sun is a massive luminous star at the center of our solar system. It provides the necessary heat and light to sustain life on Earth. The 8 planets in our solar system in order of increasing distance from the Sun, are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Each planet has unique characteristics, and Earth is the only known planet to support life. The Earth is the third planet from the Sun, and the only known planet to harbor life. It has suitable conditions such as a breathable atmosphere, water, and a moderate climate. The Moon is Earth's only natural satellite. It reflects sunlight and appears bright in the night sky. The Moon takes approximately 27 days to orbit Earth, and the same amount of time to rotate on its axis, which is why we always see the same side. Asteroids are small, rocky bodies that orbit the Sun, primarily found in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Meteoroids are small pieces of rocks or debris in space. When they enter Earth's atmosphere and burn up due to friction, they are called meteors. If they survive the passage and land on Earth's surface, they are known as meteorites. All the 8 planets of the solar system move around the Sun in fixed paths. These paths are elongated and are called orbits. The Sun, 8 planet satellites, and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. A galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and clouds of dust and gases. Our solar system is a part of this galaxy. It is called the Milky Way. It is called Akash Ganga in India. The universe is the collection of millions of galaxies. Fill in the blanks. 1. A group of dash forming various patterns is called a dash. Answer stars and constellation. 2. A huge system of stars is called a dash-answer galaxy. 3. The dash is the closest celestial body to our Earth. Answer Moon. 4. Dash is the third nearest planet to the Sun. Answer Earth. 5. Planets do not have their own dash and dash. Answer heat and light. Questions and answers. Question 1. How does a planet differ from a star? Answer. Planets do not emit their own light and heat. They reflect the light of a star. Stars, on the other hand, emit their own light and heat. Question 2. What is meant by the solar system? Answer. The solar system consists of the Sun and all celestial bodies that are bound to it by gravity, including planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. Question 3. Name all the planets according to their distance from the Sun. Answer. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Question 4. Why is the Earth called a unique planet? Answer. Earth is called unique because it supports life, has water, an atmosphere with oxygen, and a suitable climate. Question 5. Why do we always see only one side of the Moon? Answer. The Moon takes the same amount of time to rotate on its axis as it does to orbit Earth, resulting in the same side always facing Earth. Alright, let's dive into some interesting questions and answers. Question 6. What are celestial bodies? Give examples. Answer. Celestial bodies are all the natural objects we see in the sky. They include the Sun, Moon, stars, planets, and other objects like asteroids and meteoroids. Some celestial bodies, like stars, have their own heat and light, while others, like planets, shine because they reflect light from stars. Examples include the Sun, Moon, stars, Earth, and Mars. Now moving on to question 7. What is the difference between stars and planets? Answer. Stars are huge balls of hot gases that produce their own heat and light. The Sun is also a star. They appear small to us because they are very far away. Planets, on the other hand, do not have their own heat and light. They shine because they reflect the light of a star, like the Sun. Planets move around a star in fixed paths called orbits. Hope that clears things up. An example of a star is the Sun, and an example of a planet is Earth. Question 8. What is a constellation? Name one constellation. Answer. A constellation is a group of stars that form a recognizable pattern or shape in the sky. People have given names to these shapes based on what they look like. One well-known constellation is Ursa Major, also called the Big Bear. A part of Ursa Major is also known as Saptarishi, or the Seven Sages, in India. Question 9. What is the pole star? How can we locate it? Answer. The pole star, also known as the North Star, is a star that always shows the north direction. It remains fixed in the sky at the same position. We can locate the pole star by finding the Saptarishi constellation, which is part of Ursa Major. If you draw an imaginary line through the 2 outer stars of the Saptarishi and extend it, it points directly to the pole star. Question 10. What is the solar system? Name its main members. Answer. The solar system is like a family with the sun at the center. All planets, their moons, asteroids, meteoroids, and other objects revolve around the sun. The main members are the sun, which is a star, 8 planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, satellites like our moon, asteroids, and meteoroids. Question 11. Why is the sun important for the solar system? Answer. The sun is the most important member of the solar system because it is the source of heat and light for all planets. Its gravity keeps all the planets and objects tied together in orbit. Without the sun, there would be no life on Earth, and the planets would drift away. Question 12. Why is the Earth called a unique planet? Answer. Earth is called a unique planet because it is the only planet known to have life. It has water, which covers about 71% of its surface. It has air with oxygen, which living beings need to breathe. The temperature on Earth is neither too hot nor too cold, making it suitable for life. Question 13. Why is the Earth called the blue planet? Answer. The Earth is called the blue planet because when seen from space, it looks mostly blue. This is because about 2/3 or 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, such as oceans, seas, and rivers, giving it a bluish appearance. Question 14. What is the shape of the Earth called? Why is it called so? Answer. The shape of the Earth is called a geoid or Earth-like shape. It looks almost like a sphere but is slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. That's why scientists call it a geoid, meaning shape similar to the Earth. Question 15. What is a satellite? Write about natural and human-made satellites. Answer. A satellite is a celestial body that revolves around a planet. There are 2 types of satellites, natural satellites and human-made or artificial satellites. A natural satellite is a satellite that is naturally present, like the Moon, which is the natural satellite of Earth. Human-made satellites are those made by humans and sent into space for communication, weather forecasting, research, and other purposes. Examples include INSAT, IRS, and EduSat, which are India's satellites.